How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Elvis Junction Reviews. Today we are looking at our first ScaleTrains locomotive on the channel. We are looking at a ScaleTrains rivet counter GE Tier 4 GEVO for CSX transportation, number 3381 with the angled exhaust. This is an ET44AH in the HO scale, and like I said, the rivet counter brand of ScaleTrains. This is an older model from, I want to say, 2021. I can really quickly check here. Yes. This locomotive was announced in 2020 and was released in 2021. So we're just gonna get this big box open. I hope everybody's having a good day today. It is currently raining outside, so I thought, what better time to review a model than now? Because I have nothing else to do. So here's our giant operator's manual that basically is it just basically explains how to take care of the locomotive and basically warranty, also DCC instructions and all that. There's no actual, like, here you go, as you can see, it's quite a big list here, like sound charts here, but no, there's no diagram of this locomotive, which I think is actually, the only diagram you have is that, and that's not really helpful, but it's a great looking diagram. So here's our locomotive and a blister package right there. Looks very nice inside there. Let's get this big foam out of the way, and let's get our locomotive out of its protective shell. Let's cast that to the side. We have some extra roller bearing end caps here because they do rotate on this locomotive. Let's get that foam out of the way. Let's open it up. It has a clear plastic sheet to cover it from the top of this plastic here. Throw that there, and let's get our locomotive out. As you can see, it's bolstered in with these stabilizers so that the trucks do not move while in shipping. I always like to put those there. We have some foam on either side. We'll pull those out in a minute. Let's just get this off to the side here. All right, and we're going to get that foam out of there. Oops, gotta be careful about this. And voila. All right, now that we have this locomotive out of its box, let's get into some history. Introduced in 2012, the General Electric ET44 GEVO was designed to meet the EPA's Tier 4 emissions standards. Now, this locomotive shares a similar appearance to its predecessor, the Evolution series of GE locomotives, the GEVOs. And in fact, it even contains the same 12-cylinder GEVO 12 series prime mover and produces 4,400 horsepower. Now, this locomotive has been proven very popular with our Class 1 railroads, except for Canadian Pacific. Our locomotive here, CSX 3381, was built between 2016 and 2017 and is currently painted in the CSX Y3 and B boxcar scheme, which is my personal scheme of the CSX. So, let us get into some details, starting with the front. Now, because this is a ScaleTrains rivet counter locomotive, you know it's going to be packed with details, and it is. We're going to be starting from the top here and working our way down to the bottom, as we always do. Starting at the top here, we have a nice little grab iron here, right above the lighted number boards. Yes, they do light up. ScaleTrains is good about that. We have on top, in front of we have some windshield wipers. This is the GE safety cab, wide safety cab, excuse me. We have some separately applied here we go, windshield wipers, 2 on each side. Those do not move. We have 2 sand filler hatches, 1 here and 1 there. We have 2 grab irons here, and then a series of grab irons that are on the angled part of the cab here for visibility. Moving down to the yellow nose here, we have our big headlight, the main headlight, along with a door with a window in it, and you can sort of see that the window's kind of popping out. That's just quality control. Doesn't really matter to me as long as it stays in there. We have underneath the headlight the CSX boxcar logo, along with 2 more grab irons here, 1 there and 1 there. Our walkway is a little angled, but that's because these are made out of plastic, so they're not really gonna, once they settle, they won't go back. Here's our walkway chain to keep people from falling off the anti-climber here, which is right here. We have 4 grab irons that will lead from the top of the nose down to the bottom of the walkway. Here is our walkway light that also lights up if you have the DCC function. This locomotive is DCC ready, like all of my other locomotives. We have our ditch lights here. Those are operational and they have LEDs inside. You can actually see the LED right there. Here is our anti-climber right here with the FRA stripes. We have our coupler cut bars, which are right here, and they lead down to our metal ScaleTrains coupler, which is a very nice coupler. Here is our MU hose that is connected to the locomotive. There's another opening here for electrics here. There's some illegible writing plate right here. We have some MU hoses right here, along with an air brake and the snowplow. All right, so let's get to the details on the rear. Alrighty, we are looking at the rear of the locomotive, and you can very distinguishingly see that really boxy radiator at the back of the locomotive. It is something that, I don't know, but I love this locomotive. I love its design. But anyway, we have some see-through grates right here, and I will show you the see-through ability later. We have numbers right here, 3381, both on either side. I don't know what this part is for, but we have a horizontal headlight here, as well as our sand filler hatch, another CSX boxcar logo with 2 grab irons on either side of the logo. Here is our walkway grabs, along with another anti-climber and the walkway here. Here is our ground light. You can see it in there. Working our way down, we have another coupler cut bar right here. Coupler cut bar, excuse me. We have another MU hose here, along with some spare knuckles. MU hoses here, another ScaleTrains metallic coupler, and the air hose. All right, let's move on to the side. Alrighty, we are currently looking at the conductor's side of the cab here. And you can see into the cab, but the windows are a little tinted or blurred out so that you really can't see in completely. You can see our PTC array up here, which is not an actual like farm array, but it's 2 strips of PTC along with a dome, and like a GPS dome here. Let's put her back on our side here. Now, like I said, this locomotive is just detailed up to the max. But anyway, we have our lovely big number, 3381, along with ET44AH. The AH, it means high adhesion trucks, which basically means that this locomotive is powerful. That is the CSX way of seriesing this locomotive. We have our lightning bolt, which I believe is for AC traction. I don't know. Please, if you know about that, please let me know. We have an American flag right here, and then we have our jack pad. Here is our bogie, or at least our truck. It is a high adhesion truck. We have our E-bell right down here, which has a nice silver on it. We have some more vents up here, along with some more grab irons. Here's our horn, the K3HL. And let's move this locomotive forward here so that you may see the lovely boxcar logo here, which I love very much. Here is our giant fuel tank with some lovely paint on it. Here is our angled exhaust, which I can flip the locomotive for here to see. There you are. It is angled. Now, the original version came with a square exhaust, but they switched to the angled because they realized they were having some issues with tunnel clearance in some of the smaller tunnels on the East Coast. Now, this is a nice thing that ScaleTrains does, where they do see-through grates here, and you can see the dynamic brake fans here. And there is our brake handle right there, along with our FRA mandatory safety stripes. All right, so let's get on to my final thoughts about this locomotive. So overall, this locomotive is great. It has amazing detail. It's got great weight to it also, and it runs very smoothly. If you want to see this run, I will put a link up to this video, up to a video showing it actually running in action with its sister 3434, which is also a model I have as well. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button and also subscribe if you have not. It would really help me out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.